The Aquinas argument? The teleological one from the 5 ways? I'd need some more caffeine and a chance to review my notes. I think it might still work.
And all the others?
Much the same. I like the Kalam cosmological argument. I think Aquinas arguments are probably better than we think.
Right. Because people don't understand Aquinas properly, like you always say.
Right. And I think some moral arguments are good, like Lewis' version. And I think it's probably right that there's no moral law without a moral lawgiver.
Okay.
There's a great article that's partially about that, by Elizabeth Anscombe.
I'll look it up at this YouTube channel I know.
I don't think it's true that there cannot be any moral truth without God. So some of the moral arguments are overstated.
Explain.
Aristotle's ethics is about proper function and happiness, and I think it works well, and I don't think it requires God. It's moral law that requires God, not Aristotelian ethics.
Interesting.
As far as I can tell.
And the ontological argument?
Not nearly as confusing as we usually think, but not quite convincing. If there's no God, then there actually is no perfect being who has an imperfection, so no problem.
Okay, I'll try to keep that in mind next time I tackle Anselm.
But Plantinga's approach is interesting.
What's he say?
He goes along with just about everyone else in thinking Anselm's argument isn't quite right. But he develops the argument with modal logic.
Possible world stuff.
Right. And he thinks the argument shows that God has to exist if it's even possible. So God is either a necessary and real being, or not even possible.
Oh. Okay.
So my working understanding is that a lot of the classic arguments for God are pretty good, but not all. I think they do provide some relevant evidence for the existence of a God. But I'm not an expert in any of them, and the logic can get pretty technical, and we don't have much time.
Okay, supposing all that, how do we weigh the arguments for God against the problem of evil?